Okay, we're back with another section being recorded during my Death Stranding live stream today. And we are carrying a very, very damaged box of cryptobiotes to Fragile. She is not doing so good, but we had to go and fight a giant whale BT along the way, so yeah. There's all the crystals that it dropped. And this is so much. Alright, got them all. Now let's go into Capital Knot City. It's been quite a while since we've been here. Alright, we'll have to go to the isolation ward. Walk right up to Fragile and whisper, "Hey, beggars can't be choosers." That's mean. Let me make a quick little adjustment. Not that it really matters at this point.
Don't take it the wrong way. Please don't take it wrong.
Oh yeah, let's check on Lou. Get that bar filled up, just so we're all in good spirits going in. I like how the Odra deck turns into a little mobile. It's cute. Alright, looks like I did pick up the memory chip up here. Oh no, I haven't. Well then, let's go do that now. Give this a lot of likes. Look at that, I can give someone 300 likes.
Thanks for the help.
I feel dumb that I meandered at the distro center not realizing that to go to the isolation ward.
Thanks for the help.
Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you'll be able to check back in before the end. But otherwise, I'll be putting it all on YouTube over the next week. Isolation ward. We haven't been here in a very long time.
Thank heavens you made it. Fragile's been in a coma for a while now. But with all these cryptobiotes you brought, we should be able to bring her round. And with any luck, it'll only take a few more to get her back on her feet. You did well, Sam.
It'll have taken... Ooh. It took 72% damage. Not very good. Yeah, it's pretty battered.
Sam,
You're
No
back.
touchy.
It must have been one hell of a journey, especially on your own.
Yeah, just had to
But
fight
now
Big
the
Whale.
whole team is together again.
The whole team. Die Hardman too.
Too much traveling to and from beaches in such a short span. Chiral matter contaminated her cells, effectively causing jet lag on a molecular level. Because of that, her homeostatic mechanisms were shaken.
Jet lag on a
Don't
molecular
worry,
level.
she's not in any danger.
I think
but
we've all
she
felt
needs
that
some
at
rest.
some point or other.
So where's the director?
He's being looked after in another room. Bridges personnel found him lying outside the isolation ward. Similar to when you came back from Cliff's Beach.
Sent back.
Even after decontamination, she needed more and more time to recover.
There we go.
Sam, you made it.
Hungry?
See, don't count Fragile out. She's a resilient lady.
Thanks. Looks like you need me after all. Who'd have thought? Anyway, clock's ticking. Am I right? Sam's here. The Great Deliverer. The only one who can reach Amelie's beach.
You're in no condition to do this. It's not fair to you or Sam.
In my own search for Amelie's beach, I have come to realize something extraordinary. If beaches were likened to a multiverse, hers would appear to exist on a higher plane than ours. I can walk the beaches of others, but hers is beyond my reach. It's invisible, inaccessible, even to Fragile, I fear. Imagine it as a circulatory system, if you will. Each of our beaches is a single capillary. But Amelie's beach is the heart that pumps blood to the rest of us. Capillaries are subordinate to the greater whole. A whole governed by the heart, which gives direction, which dictates flow, which dictates everything, controls everything. Don't you see? She is in control. You may be able to travel against the flow and reach her, but having done so, if she does not wish to let you go, if she wishes to keep you, she can.
Fragile and Die Hardman broke free from her beach, didn't they?
I don't think it was any different from what happened to you.
Sent back.
I didn't get out because I wanted to. I was forced out. repatriated, if you will, by her.
Forced out. Why?
This is only a theory, but she wants you to go to her. That's her final wish, don't you think?
So that's it, huh? Amelie's the EE, and this is her endgame. Just so we're clear, if I want to stop the Last Stranding and come back in one piece, I need to go to her beach and talk her out of it. That about right?
Correct. As cliche as it sounds, you're our only hope. Though quite frankly, I doubt even you can change her mind.
If you can't make her see reason, you'll have to kill her. And if you kill her...
You'll save the world, but you'll be stranded outside of it. Forever.
Stranded. Gotta do what you gotta do, Sam. Showing its resolve.
Might as well make it official then. You ready to deliver the package? I'll talk to her. Maybe she'll listen. But with the shape the world's in, it'll only be delaying the inevitable. Still, if it buys us time to try and build something better, a new lease on life, at least for a little bit, well, I can think of one woman who made the most of a chance like that. Nothing lasts forever, not even the world. But we gotta keep it going as long as we can, right? Patch the holes, change the parts, all that. So we can say we had a good run, that we lived.
Thought you didn't like having to handle things with care.
Because it was hard enough keeping my own shit together. Back when we met at the cave, the only thing I cared about was making it to the next sunrise. Sure as hell didn't care about America or the future. I was living a lie, hung up on past regrets. I was broken. But somewhere along the way, I started changing. Started meeting people that made me think that maybe it wasn't all bad. People that put their faith in tomorrow, and in me. That kept the lights on, and waited for hope to arrive. So I gotta deliver, for their sake.
Even if it means you never come back?
Fucked if I do, fucked if I don't, right?
Yep. It's pretty great to see all the characters together. One space.
Take care of Lou.
I will.
Couldn't find a working still mother east of Port Knot City. Kid's done enough. No more.
All right. I'll do my best to nurse our little one back to health.
Fitting that Mama / Lakna is holding BB right now.
Okay, concentrate. Help me look for Amelie. Reach for her, Sam. Feel her. know you love her. You love her. Here.
The way Sam looked at her. Right. Going to Amelie's beach. Try to end it once and for all.
Sam. There you are. You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
Episode 13, Sam Strand. Yeah, the visuals here are very cool. Amelie's beach. Stop the extinction. Find Amelie. See if it'll... Oh cool, I can actually do more with the... Can do photo mode. Let's see. What pose do I want? Definitely not one of the silly ones. Running, sprinting, jumping, dancing. I think I'll just leave it there. And let's see what the color filters look like. This area. I think I like it off. And of course, we'll use the logo, put it in the top right corner. I think it looks good with white. Very good picture. I always like to have simplicity.
Anybody out there? Amelie! Hey! Amelie! Amelie! Hey, Amelie!
Oh, there we go. London Bridge is falling down. Falling down. Falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady. Black dress.
The Last Stranding has already begun.
Amelie?
You're too late. What took you so long?
Your voice.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
Sam. I knew you'd come back. Sam, listen to me. I love you, Sam.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach. I've been waiting for you, right here, ever since. You were supposed to stop me. Stop all of this.
Bridget?
Yes. It's me, Sam.
Where's Amelie?
Where she's always been. Nowhere. My daughter, Samantha America's Strand, doesn't exist.
Amelie doesn't exist.
Not in your world. I'm sorry, Sam. I've had to wear a mask for so long.
Yep, still going strong. Welcome back, Dodge.
Amelie and Bridget are both a part of me.
I'm going to be able to finish the game today. For the
What's this supposed to mean?
Quiet, and I'll tell you.
second time.
There is no time for questions. Listen. Just listen.
Should only be about a few hours total left of the game. Count the cutscenes and the bit of gameplay that there will be. Yeah, this is endgame.
Do you understand, Sam? Amelie and Bridget. Those are just names. What I am is an extinction entity. So, knowing what you know now, you have two choices.
Is getting shot one of them?
You wouldn't come back if it happened here, you know. You'd be straight on to the afterlife. But no. It's not one of them. Killing you would be a terrible mistake. I know that better than anyone. The Last Stranding has already begun. A seam has formed from my beach and the beaches of every soul in America. And soon it will be inundated by a vast surge of antimatter starting here. In a flash, this world will be no more. Consumed by an explosion. A big bang. So, that brings us to your first choice. Do nothing. Stay here with me and bear witness to the very end.
Just watch it burn.
Together. With me. Until the last flame winks out. Doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's not like the world has long left anyway.
It's defeatist attitude. In my opinion.
Then there's the second choice. In expanding the network, you brought people and their beaches together, integrating them into a greater whole. Like this Kipu. But in doing so, you also bound them to my beach. The very beach where I opened the gates to the other side. You can't stop what's coming. But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps you can stop it from spreading. You might just prevent the Last Stranding. And mankind will live to die another day.
It doesn't have to end here.
But it does. The beach is doomed no matter what. One look ought to tell you that. Which is why we must sever our connection.
That'll be it. The end of the Death Stranding.
You can't stop the inevitable. The sixth extinction will happen either today or tomorrow. You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices. You kept it all this time.
Of course.
Perhaps you still have a chance to stop this nightmare. You brought the world together. You have the right to decide. Pull the rope or cut the noose. But whatever you do, don't hesitate. I'm ready, Sam Strand. Make your choice.
Wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
Right. I'm gonna do a few things here. Since I've already beat the game, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I want to show the different options. First of all, shooting does nothing. She's impervious to the bullets. Make a decision, bring this to an end. But yeah, so when I played, I did try shooting, and I'm like, alright, it's doing nothing. I should go after her. But as I've seen in people's other playthroughs, if you just simply let her keep walking and do nothing, connect again. It's yeah, it's implied that it's like, alright, she just went ahead and brought about the Last Stranding. Game over. But yeah, just wanted to at least have that recorded so that people know what the different options are.
I'm ready, Sam Strand. Make your choice.
Alright, now we'll do this for real.
But wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
Alright, well, before I go, before I go and do what needs to be done, I want to see if I can... he's like in the middle of blinking, so it's kind of awkward. I was like, oh, maybe I could get like a picture, but he's kind of... Haha, that actually looks very cool. I'm like, get the camera. Yeah, so let me just take this very emotional moment to take a photo. This is the only chance I'll get, really. Alright. Alright. Put the gun away, Sam.
I'm here for you. Always. Like you were for me.
She is the only person that he ever is, you know, touchy-feely with. He's let her hug him and all that. It's...
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. When you're all grown up, you'll need it to make us whole again. And when the time comes, you'll have to stop me. You are the only one who can. Promise you'll remember. Sam, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
I remember. You knew. You always knew.
I did and I didn't. I had so many dreams of the future. I didn't know which ones to trust. Which is why I decided to share them with you and the others. But to connect the dots, to make sense of everything, you need perspective. You need time. Time has no meaning to me. I am not a line. I am a single point. Which is why all I could do was just show you the choices and let you decide.
Love the music.
Our nightmares are your dreams.
You found the common thread, the strand that links them together. And you did that the only way possible. To live life one day at a time. Thank you, Sam. A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play. It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. And I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in. Come on.
Once the last stranding starts, it can't be stopped. I can't go with you. All I can do is try to spare you the worst.
Why do you have to stay on the beach?
Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Alone?
That's what an EE does. If I had just done my job, none of this would have happened. But I couldn't take it anymore. I got so tired of waiting, and I figured that no one would blame me if I just got it all over with. So, that's what I did.
Sounds like hell.
But you and the others came together, connected. And you may be living on borrowed time, but you still have hope. Before each of the Big Five, life rebelled. They fought back, evolved in order to survive.
Mm-hmm.
The extinction isn't just an ending. It's an opportunity.
That's very true. Like she said,
And if I
look at the
have to pay
past
the price for that,
extinctions.
to be the sacrifice, then so be it.
Really love her performance during this section.
Even if we aren't together, we will always be connected. Goodbye, Sam.
Yeah, I think, having played this game a second time, I think it's implied that when he's on the boat going to, on Fragile's boat going to Lake Knot City, that he loses that photograph. And this seems to
A gun
suggest,
won't help you here, but it still has a role to play.
and this seems to suggest that Amelie somehow got a hold of it and has returned it to him at this point. Now we're on Sam's beach. Make it, you know, we're no longer on Amelie's beach. She cut her beach off. But this really is the part of the game where all of a sudden, like, I felt for Amelie. She's like, I am an EE. The final extinction is gonna happen one way or another. And I was tired of, I was getting tired of waiting, knowing that the inevitable was gonna happen. And that's why all this messed up shit was happening in the world of the living, with the BTs and all that. Like, it's because she was trying to move up the schedule, because she was afraid of postponing it. That's totally a understandable human quality, I guess you could say. Yeah, now we're stranded. on the beach, on Sam's beach to be precise.
Over here! Over here!
I really love the visuals of the beaches and that. Very haunting.
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. When you were young, you used to have bad dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping, in my waking hours, too. In my dreams, I watched the world end so many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again, and again, and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come. Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the Last Stranding. As I have today.
Now, when those little scenes pop up with Amelie, and you saw how it was prefaced with the words that she had spoken before that fade to black, and you know, skipping ahead to Amelie saying, "Alright, knowing what you know now, you have two choices." When I got to this part, and these little scenes started to happen, it became apparent to me that when Sam's wandering his beach for who knows how long, and he sits down and rests, and he is thinking back to what Amelie had told him when he was on her beach. So all these little snippets that will be happening are the things that Amelie, the story that Amelie was telling him after she said, "Be quiet and I'll tell you." So it's almost like a flashback, and while he's spending all this time on his beach, he has the time to think back on all the revelations that she gave to him. And of course I'm able to say that now because I beat the game once before, and I understand the composition of this segment.
The first operation, I was only 20. I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach. But the moment I came round, I was back in the hospital bed. I was split across two worlds. Bridget, my Ha in that one. Amelie, my Ka in this. Somehow, the two of us managed to coexist. Soon, our ages began to diverge. Only Bridget's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same. So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father. Look. Amelie. Is French for soul. A soul that's a lie. There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach.
It's always Bridget.
I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the beach. Because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future.
Yes, even though her name is kind of a pun of sorts, it still is like a pretty name. Amelie. Oh, okay, Sam. Getting tired faster. And reverting back to the starting point. See how far we can run this way. In my first playthrough, I didn't realize you could double jump until quite a bit later into my playthrough. It can be very helpful. To square one. All we can do is like run around or just wait around until the next little flashback comes up. He's just getting more and more tired each time.
I realized the beach was connected to the world of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond it were the memories of time itself, including those of every organism that had ever lived. 4.6 billion years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe. The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed.
That'd be quite the
But
benefit.
shortly after we began our research, America saw its first void out. I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible. The past held all the answers. If only I could find a way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies, children bound to the world of the dead. What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions? The answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th. I founded bridges, more determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became. My Ha had cancer. The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone.
Beginning of the game.
I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one. Once, there was an explosion. A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives must inevitably die. It's like the universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off. But somehow, life always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started. Extinction is an opportunity.
Yep. I mean, just look at what happened to the dinosaurs. They were brought to an end, and what came after them were mammals. Mammals survived the extinction. And the rest is history. Sometimes it feels like the extinctions that have happened are kind of the Earth, nature, trying to start over with a clean slate, in a way. Try something new. Yeah, so you saw that Amelie created the Chiral... Well, no, Bridget created the Chiral Network because she wanted to learn more about her visions of past extinctions and how it could help inform her about the upcoming extinction. Like, she came from a good place, but as we've seen throughout this game, every time you're connecting the Chiral Network, you are making more instability. So that's the unfortunate side effect of her quest for well-intentioned knowledge. She didn't want, at this stage of her backstory, she didn't want the next extinction to happen at all.
I pulled the trigger twice that day. I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam. There you are.
This is that scene that we saw at the beginning of this episode, but from Sam's point of view.
wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay. I know the way.
And it's interesting to
But
note
in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you.
he became a repatriate. This is how he became a repatriate.
I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, the Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void-outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my duty to serve as a sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach. That, or hasten the Last Stranding and end this slow death. Given these, my only options,
Not very good
I chose to end
options.
it quickly. But to trigger the Last Stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too. I would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
Yeah, so if you found out that you were an extinction entity and you knew what your purpose was, how would you react? It's impossible to blame Amelie, or shall I say Bridget. It's impossible to blame Bridget for wanting to end it quickly. When she realized that she was an EE, that meant, alright, the extinction's gonna happen by my hand one way or another, but I have no idea when it will happen. It could be years, decades, millennia, and she would have to remain alone and watch everyone that she's ever loved die in that time. That would be pretty painful. This whole last segment is really where Amelie, as Amelie, the character, the entity, the side of Bridget became empathetic. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, very human reasons for everything she's done. And it just makes her story very sad. Yep, can't run past that point.
and never found. Waiting for my world, seen but never heard. Buried underground, but I'll keep coming. Yeah, I'll keep coming. Yeah, I'll keep coming.
The interesting blue effect in the water. And at this point, just kind of killing time. But yeah, when I have this this recording up on YouTube, I'd be very interested to see what everyone else thinks of Amelie / Bridget's backstory and her motivations. And if you feel so inclined, let me know what you think in the YouTube comments once it's up there. Because I don't know about you, but I just became very empathetic for her. When before she seemed like a very boring, blank character.
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
Don't worry. It's a fake out. Yep. Reconnect the living. Alright. Taha. Sam, she told you a gun won't help you here.
Listen, Sam. I was the one that brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone. Don't you see, Sam? You have to live.
Never alone. Oh. Five. 5 figures. Oh, there. Look. Imprints. Voices of my friends. Mama and Lakna talking to each other.
I see him. This way. He's over there. Sam! Sam! Over here, Sam! Dead man.
I forget how close do I get before stuff is triggered. Zoom. I know, now of all times to bring in the photo mode, right? I'm curious to hear the full song. Stolen away.
Gold will be stolen away, my fair lady. Sad a man to watch all night, watch all night.
I haven't heard the full song, so.
Sad a man to watch all night, my fair lady. Suppose the man should fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep. Suppose the man should fall asleep, my fair lady. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, smoke all night, smoke all night. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, my fair lady. London Bridge is falling down, falling
Does the song start over again?
down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. London Bridge is falling.
Alright, does sound like the song just repeats.
We're coming, Sam. You ready, Fragile?
Ready? Sam. Sam, I see you.
Okay. Lou, take me to Sam.
Fair lady, build it up with wood and
Look, there's Bridget. Now I'll take advantage of the photo mode before it gets into a cutscene. See if I can zoom in. Can't really get a good angle. I wanted to try to incorporate I mean, this is interesting. This is an interesting shot. I think that's pretty interesting. Having Amelie slash Bridget there in white standing at the water. Just have it be... Okay, I already flipped through all of the... Yeah, I do like the... Vivid looks good. Let's see. Oh yeah, some of these have text on them. I know, I'm just completely ruining a serious moment. Alright, so... that to be black. We put the logo up here, it'd be give a good whatchamacallit, balance. Alright. So now, in all seriousness, let's go and get out of here.
Don't give up. You're still connected.
Now there is these 5 figures I think are deliberately meant to represent 2 things. First, you would think the 5 past Extinction entities. But also they could represent the 5 other characters.
Gotcha.
Fragile, Deadman, Heartman, Mama, and Diehard. Well, Mama slash Lochna and Diehardman. All of Sam's allies. I don't think that those 5 figures are supposed to be one or the other. I think that they can be both at once. Like, I prefer that. Look at that. Deadman and Lou coming to save us. Especially fitting because Deadman was the first of these. Well, no, we met Fragile first, but Deadman is the one who kinda grew a bit more as a character. Lou, you're all gray. Got new hologram data. Diehardman, Deadman, Amelie, Deadman. Yeah, so I'm gonna take yet another break. I'm gonna keep playing, trust me, but I'm going to go take a break and now have a new section of recording. So I'm getting 4 YouTube episodes out of this big long streaming session. But hey, it's a Saturday, I can do whatever I want. If I want to play Death Stranding all day, I can do that. So yeah, when I get back, we will get back to the world of the living. So see ya in a moment.